new breed, global truth. Shalom, Israel. It's your brother New Breed coming through with another live stream. What's going on, brothers and sisters? We got some breaking news. So we have a viral video fluctuating all through the internet. And it's a massive brawl that took place on a Montgomery, Alabama boat dock. And I see a lot of people chiming in, man, giving a play-by-play and a blow-by-blow about the situation. And it was wild, y'all. It was wild. I see brothers and sisters rolling in. True Beauty's in the building. Andrea Holton, David, Darla, Devonna, Jacqueline's in the house. Arnold, what's going on? AJ, Gordon, K4. Yes, I'm glad y'all catching another stream. Do me a solid. Hit the like button as you enter the chat. Man, we got to talk about this one, right? Because, there's a lot of mixed emotions to what took place. And, a lot of people are trying to figure out what the outcome of all of this is going to be and what to make of all of this, right? I'm going to give my play-by-play, my blow-by-blow, what seemed to have taken place from what I've seen in the video footage. I will play a news brief, but at the same time, I'm not going to play any of the fighting scenes. So I'll pretty much skim through that. I heard people are getting struck for playing the actual fight scenes. So that's probably why you don't see it on too many people's channel of them just playing the video all the way through. But what I will do is listen to what the news has to say. And then I'm going to speak my opinion. But from what I seen personally, as far as the fight went, it looked like there was a misunderstanding over a boat. Perhaps there was some entitlement issues going on behalf of one of the parties involved. And it was an altercation that took place between a security guard, a worker there, a brother, and another guy. And it seemed like it got out of hand. I seen the brother throw his hat up, and the Caucasian man proceeded to take a blow, and they begin to get into a scuffle in a fight. And then after that, instead of his team or his friends, family, colleagues, associates, whoever they may have been, coming over and breaking the fight up, one guy looked like he was a man on fire and possessed with something, some type of spirit, and he just started to jump on a man, and that kind of caused a ripple effect. And there was a lady out there who actually looked like she was trying to break it up, which she shouldn't have been. That's one thing about it, ladies. If you see men fighting, you need to get the hell out the way. You need to get the hell out the way, because she ended up getting molly-whopped, jolly stomped, thrown over the dock. There was another woman that was involved. I believe she was hit with a chair later on, and it was all mayhem. Honestly, y'all know what it reminded me of? I'm gonna tell you what the fight reminded me of. I'm gonna tell you exactly what it reminded me of. It reminded me of this right here. hey, 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 to keep it 100 with you. That's what it reminded me of. All right. Um, I don't know if y'all remember when Buster Bus got back to the room on the dorm. When he got back, it was like, you see, this what it's about. This black fist. This what it's about right here. It reminded me of that. Seriously. Um, and it was kind of refreshing to see, to be totally frank with you. It wasn't a bunch of cell phones being pulled out. Nah, they came to that man's aid, and they looked like to be defending him. Although some of the guys, one guy in particular who got arrested, he took it too far because he went on some Devon get the chairs. He went on some Devon get the tables. And it looked like they was having a damn tables, ladders, chairs match. And he literally popped this woman over the head with a damn one of those hard folding chairs. And from what I understand, there's already been 4 more arrests issued. So this is what's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to find out who those 4 other arrest warrants are going to be for, because essentially they were defending that man. So, and he was a security guard. So it's really tough to tell how this is going to pan out. But nonetheless, let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on in the news, what they have to say about the situation. They actually have Alabama's governor reacting.
Montgomery, Alabama's mayor, reacting to a fight between 2 groups on the city's riverfront, saying it never should have happened. Videos of the incident went viral. The person recording this one telling NBC.
All right, we'll skip that.
As with any matter that happens throughout our city regarding public safety, we're fully engaged, and we are doing all of our due diligence to find out exactly what took place.
When you think about Alabama, there's a whole lot of history there, a lot of history of racism. There's a lot of things our people took on the shoulder, took on the chin back during Jim Crow and during that era, during the civil rights era as well, where, our people, hey man, when you put enough pressure on our people, they'll get tired of seeing our brothers getting packed out. I don't think they was having that. To be honest, that's what it looked like to me. But it will be interesting to see how the news uses this, because I know some people are saying, well, New Breed, this could be a possible proxy. Everything has an agenda if the news is covering it. I personally haven't seen any news that tried to push any race narratives. If the mainstream does push any race narratives, they're going to be very calculated with how they do it. Because to be totally frank with you, the news would really gain nothing by trying to push a race narrative unless, hear me out, unless our people were guilty. If they were actually defending someone, which we don't have all the details and the semantics, but I'm just saying what it looked like. It looked like they was defending that man and they came to his aid and rescue. The news would not gain anything trying to fuel race in that situation, because even our Caucasian brothers and sisters, they know that one dude was out of pocket. When he ran up, it's always that one guy. Because even the lady, if you pay attention to the lady in blue, when you watch the video, she was trying to pull him off of the black guy. See, a lot of people didn't see that. But when I watched the video, she was trying to actually help. She was trying to stop that one guy from doing what he was doing. Maybe he was drunk. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he had a little too much to drink, or whatever the case may be. But sometimes it only takes one person in your whole clique, in your whole group, to get you beat down. And fists don't have no names. You know what I'm saying? Fists gonna let go, and when tensions blare and things happen, it's gonna pop off. Yeah, if somebody says, they trying to start the race war as part of the agenda. Exactly. So I want to point out the fact that that white woman was trying to help, but unfortunately, in that situation, she shouldn't have been out there. You just don't want to stand between 2 men And I think the rest of the group at some point, once the brothers came in, they had no choice. Once the brothers, they had one brother even swam across the dock, and and they caught every bit of that footage. That lady who was watching caught every piece of that. And you can hear in the overflow, yelling, cheering the brothers on. But once those brothers came in, they had to fight at that point. It was going to go down. It wasn't not going to stop it at that point. So it really looked like one irate, drunk, entitled individual probably had too much to drink, and he was wilding out, and the crew just had to take that L. They had to take that beat down. That's kind of what it looked like to me. I could be wrong, but I seen it maybe 2 times, and that's what it looked like upon first glance. But let's hear what the mayor got to say.
Let's bring in Priscilla Thompson, who's been monitoring all the latest developments. Priscilla, when I saw this video over the weekend, I had to rewatch it because I couldn't wrap my brain around what was actually happening. What do we know about what happened here and where this investigation stands?
Yeah, Ellison, very shocking video. I'll start with the investigation. At this hour, officials say that they are reviewing video of.
Well, the video should be self-explanatory. We're going to skip all video clips because I don't want to get hit with anything. We're going to skip the video. Man, they got a lot of footage in this brief right here. I would actually want to get to the eyewitnesses. That's the only part I'm really concerned with. We heard the mayor say it should have never happened. And now we're going to get to the eyewitnesses. And we should get all we need to know from the eyewitnesses.
We were all on the boat and witnessing our poor crewmen being attacked by these guys, and we couldn't do anything about it. We were forced to be spectators. It didn't have.
Now you see this already. Now we go in the wrong direction right here, because she's talking about we seen our crewmen being attacked by these guys, and there's nothing they could do about it. You're right, but you're missing something. They were the ones that threw the first blow. That guy, he was out of pocket. He threw the first blow at security after the security guy threw his hat up. And you see she's already playing victim. You see this right here? She's already playing victim. Hey, all we know was we was on a boat, and it's amazing how the news went there. You know what I'm saying? One of the members of your crew was out of pocket. It wasn't nothing you could do with it when those men came and defended that brother. But let's make this clear. Somebody was out of pocket in your crew, and they ended up getting the whoops. They end up getting the hands, feet, elbows, and headbutts thrown over the dock. That's what ended up happening. Why? Because somebody was out of pocket.
Have to turn into the brawl, of course, but the brawl occurred because of the anger and the emotions and the frustration.
Yeah, because listen, there was a sign that those people in Alabama are not going to allow anybody. Shout out to Alabama. I'm just going to say it like that. Shout out to Alabama, man, because at the end of the day, they've been through a lot, and they're not just going to sit around and watch that type of stuff happen. And, and I'm going to say this as well. Again, I'm going to tell it like it is. There was a white woman in there who was trying to help, but she was just at the wrong place at the wrong damn time. And listen, and I don't want this to become a race thing. That would be highly unfortunate if they try to turn this into some type of race war, when we know that, this situation probably was more so about entitlement, but our people stood for their own in this situation. Same way their people came over and, intruded into the situation instead of breaking it up. Right? They was on code. They was straight up on code. Somebody said, Newbury trying to save these white women. LOL. I'm blocking you. I'm just calling it right down the middle like it was. So let me get you out of here. I'm not trying to save nobody, but let's make it clear there was some people in the group. This is what you're going to have. And this should be a lesson right here. And you know what the lesson should be? If you're around, and this goes for white people in general, right? If you're around any bigoted people and you know that they think a certain way, talk a certain way when other demographics are not around, then you can get caught up in the crosshairs one day. A brawling person can get a lot of people hurt. You should never befriend an angry man because they can get you hurt out here. Because you can end up a casualty because they out here in the club tweaking, or when they go out, they don't know how to act, but they don't know there was somebody waiting with the gat. Luckily, there was no weapons involved in this situation. It was just hands and feet being laid. But you guilty by association, even if you're not a quote unquote bigot, you're not a quote unquote racist or somebody who, you know, quick to jump on another race. If you're around those people, you never know what's going to happen. Yeah, you play stupid games, you're going to win stupid prizes. Real talk. And that's from the book of Proverbs when it tells you not to befriend an angry person. Listen, in this day and age, you got to have good conflict resolution skills, man. You got to. You got to be able to calm a situation down, de-escalate a situation. You got to. Because people savage out here nowadays. Not saying our people were savage in this situation, but yeah, they was out of pocket, straight up. But look, they already trying to spin the narrative.
All of us were feeling.
And what she's talking about.
Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Pardon me.
In that last soundbite is that once the riverboat docks, it appears.
Come on now.
Appears that you see several people running off the boat, running over to the pontoon. A man punches the man who was on the pontoon.
All right, so I'm gonna skip the fighting scene. You see how they didn't. Why didn't they interview any eyewitnesses that was on the actual boat? Why didn't they interview the people who was holding the cameras, who caught everything? You see, this is the issue. They want to talk about when they came down to the pontoon and start popping off, but they're not talking about what happened to make them pop off. You see what I'm saying? It could have been a one-on-one fight, but what stopped that was one guy coming in, what you call what I call it is a light flex. What he did, it was almost like he was trying to. You ever see somebody try to break up a fight, but they do it in such an aggressive way that it's almost like they're trying to hurt the other person at the same time? That's what he tried to do. He tried to do a cop move. Like he tried to come in and John like knee kick the brother and you know, hit him instead of just breaking the fight up. And then that's when everything happened. That's when everything popped off. Yeah, he sucker punched him. That's exactly. He threw his knee up and rushed him and threw like a sucker punch. And then what happened was, you know, the other guys, they got brave because that's what cowards tend to do. When they see a man falling, they get brave, man. I'm telling you. If that brother was laying the beats on that dude in the first place, because it was kind of an even fight, it was kind of a draw. Nobody was really getting the better of each other. But if that brother was whooping them, them cowards wouldn't even have stepped up. I'm telling you, they wouldn't even have stepped up. They were cowards. You can clearly see that they was afraid. They wouldn't even have stepped up. But as soon as they seen an opportunity, they leaped instead of trying to break it up. And then everything popped off. Let's see.
And then we see the fighting erupting again. This time there appear to be more than a dozen people involved. At one point, a woman is thrown into the water. There is also footage appearing to show someone being hit by a chair. So just
Yo, the way The way homie came in with that chair was crazy, bro. I mean, he popped. I mean, it literally looked like Kane versus Undertaker. It looked like Triple H versus Stone Cold the way he came in with that chair, bro. It was crazy, bro. But you know what? She shouldn't have been out there. And then I think it was a sister that rolled out there, and it looked like she threw like a hook. She popped this one lady. The hook landed. She drops, rolls on the deck, and it looked like she just kicked her in the water. Like I'm like, damn, she kicked her right off the dock. It was like better than any Jerry Springer show ever, bro. It was crazy, y'all. I was sitting here like, yo, what am I looking at? Yeah, that was crazy, man.
It's an incredibly disturbing event. And as you mentioned, the mayor is now speaking out about this. I want to play a little bit of what he said, or read a little bit of what he said in a statement saying the Montgomery.
All right, let's see what the mayor got to say, y'all.
Police department acted swiftly to detain several reckless individuals for attacking a man.
All right, so we need to see who was detained, man. We need to pull up the facts. The Montgomery Police Department acted swiftly to detain several reckless individuals for attacking a man who was doing his job. Yes, there you go. There you go. So they got the right people. Based on that comment, based on the mayor's statement, yo, he might be a decent mayor, yo. Based on his statement, man, it looked like they got the right people. Even the mayor on code. It says, for attacking a man who was doing his job, warrants have been signed and justice will be served. Those who choose violence will be held accountable by our criminal system. Man, yes, let's get that man. Let's give that man a round of applause. Yeah, that's right. So he issued a warrant to those who was attacking a man who was doing his job. So everybody that was in that. So check this out. They about to get arrested. This is what happened. They got their behinds whooped, mollywop, jolly stump, laid out, aired out, the beats. I'm talking about they got the beats. They're going to be looking like Pumpkinhead, laying up with cold beers on their head and they noggin. That headache sleep, where you can't go to sleep too quick. They're going to have that, you know what I'm saying, them headaches and those swollen eyes, and they're going to need dental work. That's what kind of ass whooping it was. And then on top of that, guess what? The police is coming knocking that tomorrow. They're going to wake up still sore, bruised, battered, beat down. And then the police gonna show up. Yeah, they sitting on Willie Lump. Yeah, they looking like cone heads out here in these streets. And then the police are gonna show up, and then they're gonna get locked up again, and you just don't even know what the hell gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy, bro. They're gonna get locked up. Yeah, they're gonna be in the jail cell with handcuffs, looking like Elephant Man, and they done went viral. I mean, I think justice been served. I think that was a message to America. This seriously is a message to America. Leave us alone. Show some respect for our people. I think that's what the message should be. I don't know. Y'all tell me. Yep, Devin says then they get beat in jail too. It's a possibility. It's a possibility. That's why bigotry, people not understanding conflict resolution, people not respecting people's position based on their race. That's a problem. That's a problem in this country, particularly in places like Alabama. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, I'm hoping that the media doesn't make this a race issue. Don't do it that way. Just lock their assailants up, and we're not making it a race issue. But let's be clear about this. There are certain people. The lesson that could be learned is there's certain people who have bigoted mentalities. And if you're one of those people who are not quote unquote racist, stay away from those people, because they can get you beat down and lumped up too. Don't matter what race you are.
man who was doing his job. Warrants have been signed and justice will be served. Those who chose violence will be held accountable by our criminal justice system. And one of the conversations that we're seeing happening online is people noting the racial dynamics of this situation.
Okay, this is getting good. I want to know what they're going to say on the news about the racial dynamics. Let's get to it.
It was a black worker and appeared to be a group of white folks when this altercation began. Police were asked today if they were reviewing this.
I don't want to see it. It says police were asked were they reviewing this. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna still shot it because it looks like they have the caption here. Workers that appeared to be a group. Let me see. When police were asked. All right, so I want to know what the police said without showing the fighting. Police were asked if they were reviewing it. Basically, is this a race issue? It looked like they don't answer that. So, I mean, it looks like only time will tell. I want to know what was said. Police were asked if they are reviewing it as a race issue. Yes or no? Hold on.
To investigate.
Nope, they said the police declined to investigate. That's what was said. So the police declined to investigate it being a race issue. Oh man, Alabama, hey, I mean, this is what needs to be done, man. Our people got to start loving each other, start protecting each other. Like our people got to stop pulling out cell phones. Now imagine if y'all were doing this when these police were coming in our neighborhoods doing what they doing. Imagine if we show some love for each other and respect when you see another brother getting harmed and a victim of police brutality. Just imagine that. I mean, you know, this kind of stuff gives you hope. This kind of stuff gives you hope and our people. And, you know, one thing about it, that's a beautiful thing. They have a mayor who did the right thing, regardless of race. The mayor did the right thing. Right is right and wrong is wrong. And what that mayor did made total sense, because if the shoe was on the other foot and this happened and we did that to a security guard that was Caucasian, I would say the same thing. I would say the exact same thing I'm saying now. If it was a Caucasian security guard and there was our people jumping on him while he was trying to do his job and they brung their people over and it was a beatdown, our people would have deserved it. They wouldn't have deserved prison. They would have deserved some type of daggone reward for protecting that security guard. Matter of fact, they should get discounts next time they want to come to the dock. Some of them should get jobs. Some of them young boys can get jobs in security. Give them some discounts, and make sure they get a free boat ride, free speedboat, and look out for them, because they actually secured and protected the environment. They acted as citizens, and they actually helped when you think about it. And you need to thank the lady who was recording, because she acted as a good Samaritan so the police can do their job. There was a citizen arrest on her behalf. That was a straight up citizen's arrest on her behalf. But you know, sometimes it go down like respect the Lion of Judah, man. That's all I'm gonna say, man. Respect the Lion of Judah. One love to everybody watching the stream. I ain't gonna be streaming live long about this. I think I said enough about this situation. That's what took place. Share the video, like, comment, subscribe, turn your post notification bell on so you can get these videos as they're being uploaded. Till next time, Shalom and peace.